Welcome back to NittanySports Huddle. I'm here with another teammate of mine, Matt Knizner. Played his final year in 1987. It was an exciting year. We had some fun together, and now we're back here in Happy Valley. Matt, tell us a little bit about some of the things you're doing now since you left Penn State.
Hey, it seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? It was a long time ago, but no, I'm back in Pittsburgh. I work for State Farm. Been a State Farm agent now for about 24 years.
Okay.
I enjoy it. Back in my hometown where I was went to high school and where I grew up.
What part of Pittsburgh is
It's Greensburg.
It's Greensburg.
A little bit outside of Pittsburgh. It's about southeast of the Pittsburgh area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that I've been seeing at Penn State here the last couple weeks, at least this season, as they've been continue to grow week in and week out, I thought last week was a great chance for those guys to use perseverance as one of their main goals, and because every time they would score, Merlin would come back and answer that score, and I think that was something that built on for them to have a great game this week where the offense played well. But Matt, give me your take on some of the things that you've seen out there throughout this season.
Believe me, I've been watching the team over the last 2 years with James Franklin coming in. I believe the team is improving. I think defensively they're tremendous. I think the offense is trying to catch up with the defense a little bit right now. Very young at different positions, and I think it makes it very difficult for consistency offensively, obviously. And you see that when you have a new offense, new formations, new terminology. I think it takes a while for adjustment to make, and I think you can see that developing. I go back to the Ohio State game. They're in that game at the end.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then you look at the game against Maryland. You'd rather win those 31-30 games rather than lose those games.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That's absolutely a positive.
Yeah, the one thing I see is that they did that determination. These guys are starting to understand what Penn State football is all about. We had a lot of guys leave the program, new guys come in. I think Coach Franklin is doing a great job recruiting these guys, and I think they're starting to gel now. It's always, the offense is always last to gel, so when you see those great things with defense, those are things that you expect. Now, you're a quarterback. How would you critique Hackenberg's play? Personally, I think he's been getting better every week.
I have.
Some of the things that I've seen him do today and stepping up in the pocket and then throwing the ball in the laser is some of the things that he would typically stay in the pocket and stay back there before he would step up. But I think those guys up front is getting a little better. But
well, I think the running game helps. Obviously, when you start running the football consistently the way they are, you have to back off pressure, because obviously coming into the season, defenses are stopping one thing, and it's a pass game. So they set up to stop the passing game, which puts added pressure on you, puts added pressure on the offensive line, obviously. And now with the running game established, you can see a little bit more confidence developed with the passing game. And also you see a little more confidence with the offensive coordinator maybe opening up the offense a little bit more. But I think going into the season, kind of you're playing with one arm when you have just the quarterback and really a young running game.
Yes.
And now it's real. I think with the establishment of that, I think this offense gets better and better.
Yeah, I think Saquon Barkley was that missing link, and then when he came out there and showed some greatness, I think now other teams have to take him in consideration, try to shut him down, not just worrying about what the quarterback is doing.
Right.
A lot of stuff that we were doing with the zone read, with the quarterback, knowing that your quarterback wasn't going to run, it kind of put your offense at a disadvantage. But I think stretching the field last week on many occasions and the ground game is what loosening things up.
There's no question. You got the athletes on the outside that are young. I think they're getting more and more comfortable. When you run for 194 against Ohio State, I think people have to take notice.
Yes.
When it does, it opens up play action. When you open up play action, you open up your tight ends, you open up the short passing game a little bit more. Because obviously, at the beginning of the year, they couldn't get the short passing game established at all. Everything was deep, everything was trying to go vertical, but now they're able to kind of get the short passing game going, which gets them moving the sticks a little bit more. And as you're getting some consistency that way, you're able to get into your offense a little bit easier.
Yes, I agree with you 100%, and I'm still looking for the time when we develop where we get a little more across the middle routes being called. I don't see as many dig routes being called, many skinny posts by the slot receiver. I think as we continue to evolve in this offense, we may start to see some of those things.
The guy
happen.
I like to really see develop is Kyle Carter. I mean, a tremendous athlete at tight end. I think has a lot of athletic ability, and you'd like to see him get more involved. So yeah, you know, when you start looking at working the middle, you work tight ends, right?
Yes.
Try to get them in that little spot between them safeties and the linebacker. And you're right, you have the athletes to get to the middle.
Yeah.
And you like to see maybe. I agree with that. It's one area I say they always work the sides very well, but they need to get to the mid side a little bit.
Well, hopefully it can more develop as the season goes. Hopefully they'll, you know, see that as some type of positive game planning, that they can develop some more positive plays. But I want to thank you guys for joining us on this segment of NittanySports Huddle, and we'll be right back with more NittanySports Huddle TV when we return.